Okay, last but not least on my list is a woman who's one of my sheroes, and she's always asking what she can do to help in substantive stuff. She would do substantive stuff, and she has agreed to serve as the editor-in-chief for an entire U.S. NGO country report. Now that's a job. And Jane Bernard Powers, and it's sometimes hard to get the whole name out there, and so sometimes I just call her Jane BP. And then, no, that's, British Petroleum. So but she is president of Women in Democratic Action, which is what we need today. Jane, do you want to say a few words?
Yes. First of all, that was a tough act to follow, so I don't know how to sign up for tough acts with an introduction like that, but I'm pleased to be here. I didn't know Bella. I saw Bella in 1985 in Nairobi. I was one of the people in a hotel whose belongings were removed from the rooms unceremoniously, deposited outside, and Bella was at that meeting, and that's where at the time I thought, well, I'm certainly not going to say anything. Social studies teacher, graduate student, trying to find voice, and she spoke up. She didn't change it, but she used her voice, which is, there's a lesson in all of this. I was representing the National Council for Social Studies at that time. I stayed with the, could we please give women a voice? Could we please change history? Can we work on curriculum? That work is still to be done. But using your voice, and I'm 73, and I'm still getting my voice. I'm better at it. Sometimes I do stand up, for myself and friends. And the model of a woman who I didn't know, but who used her voice in a way as a Midwesterner, I thought, how do you do that? And the answer was really well, and when it's necessary. And so that's how Bella used her voice. It is, I feel like a little kid looking over there at somebody who's a model, a shero, a heroine who made a great difference in, I think, for my generation. And I think that legacy is with us. So much work to be done with CEDAW, so much work with using the voice, and it's so great to be in a room with people who use their voice and have really good ideas behind it. Thank you very much.
First of all, I want to say how moved I am by all of you. What a life, what a legacy, what energy to be able to catalyze, inspire, and move so many people in so many generations. Liz was a warrior with me on the front lines for abortion rights. I first saw her when she was giving a speech in one of the hotels in New York. I think it was with HIP, and she was speaking about peace and war. And I walked in the room, and everybody was on their feet, cheering, and she was full-throated, and we will have no war, we can have no war. And I was so inspired, and I said, my God, here is a woman who lives in my time that really can move me, as opposed to Joan of Arc or Elizabeth. No, seriously, which when I was growing up in Philadelphia were really the only great heroines of great power and vision and movement that I could connect to. But then came Bella. So we worked together on many abortion rights campaign, and I have a memory, a very, very sweet, dear memory of in Bryant Park when I organized one of the big speeches on January 22nd, Roe v. Wade, anniversary of Roe v. Wade, and I gave a full-throated, passionate, very strong, very moving speech, and she was standing behind me, and I walked back because she was going to speak next, and she looked at me and went, that was good, kid. And that was, Bella is my political mother. And what we're talking about here is she's a mother to all of us, the maternal in all of us, myriad configurations. So I love her dearly, and she's with me always, and I thank all of you for all the great work that you're doing.
Thank you, Mel. To put you on the spot too, we know how good you are at this, sister. I'd like to acknowledge and just say, Eve Abzug, would you like to say a few words to all the friends of ours that are here? Oh, it's okay.
Well, you definitely did put me on the spot. I'm really shocked, but honored. Our mother was a great, great woman. And she was way ahead of her time in every way imaginable. And her legacy lives in me and will always. And all the work that I've ever done in my life in public advocacy and fighting for those who don't have a voice is because of who my parents were and what they taught me. And I'm really speechless. I'm very moved by all the work that all of you do. I think it's phenomenal. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And thank you, sister.
Thank you.